In 6 months, I'll make a duchess of this draggle-tailed guttersnipe.
You expect me to get into that? How do you do?
How do you do?
An enchanting classic, My Fair Lady. Continue watching to find out more.
Science tells us that we are perpetually breaking the true laws of health, that we are daily running great risks because we persist in eating flesh foods, that our body is not formed to digest and assimilate flesh, that by eating flesh we multiply diseases because we violate one of the fundamental laws of nature. The Reverend John Todd Ferrier, vegetarian.
How are you doing, lovely viewers? I am Huxley. The delightful English people are pleased to have your cherished company and pray that your days be filled with peace and upliftment. Welcome to our show entitled An Enchanting Classic, My Fair Lady. British actress Audrey Hepburn was one of the greatest female screen legends and an adored fashion icon admired for her beauty, elegance, and impeccable style. She was also a beloved humanitarian, devoting much of her time to UNICEF, the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. As a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador, she visited over 20 countries, including Ethiopia, Turkey, Venezuela, Sudan, and Bangladesh, to help the less fortunate. In September 1992, 4 months before she left the world, she was still working in Somalia to help relieve the suffering of the local children. For her tireless efforts, she received the US Presidential Medal of Freedom, as well as the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award. A statue entitled The Spirit of Audrey has been placed at the UNICEF's New York, USA headquarters to honor her legacy of humanitarian work. After playing Princess Anne in the 1953 romantic comedy Roman Holiday, Audrey Hepburn became the very first actress to win an Oscar, a Golden Globe Award, and a BAFTA Award for one single performance. In the same year, she also won a Tony Award for Best Lead Actress in a Play for her performance in Undine. In total, she received 3 BAFTA Awards for Best British Actress in a Leading Role, as well as a BAFTA Lifetime Achievement Award in recognition of her film career, along with the Golden Globe Cecil B. DeMille Award, the Screen Actors Guild Life Achievement Award, and the Special Tony Award. In fact, she is one of only 17 people who have won Academy, Emmy, Grammy, as well as Tony Awards. Today, we present a long-loved classic film, My Fair Lady, which has been called by the prominent Chicago Sun-Times critic Roger Ebert the best and most unlikely of musicals. Miss Audrey Hepburn plays the leading role as Eliza Doolittle, with her singing voice dubbed by the prolific American soprano Marni Nixon.
You see this creature with her curbstone English that'll keep her in the gutter till the end of her days?
Ew, what's that you say?
In 6 months, I'll make a duchess of this draggle-tailed guttersnipe.
You expect me to get into that? How do you do?
How do you do?
Set in London in 1912, the film takes us outside the Royal Opera House. There we meet Professor Henry Higgins, a proud scholar of phonetics played by Sir Rex Harrison, and Colonel Hugh Pickering, a phonetics expert who has just come back from India, played by Wilfrid Hyde-White. Professor Higgins displays a strong passion for the English language, the language of Shakespeare and Milton and the Bible. The professor can simply tell where a person is from by the way they speak. Professor Higgins invites his new friend to stay in his home. At work in the market square is Eliza Doolittle. Eliza lost her mother at a young age and was sadly neglected by her father. In order to support herself, she sells flowers, even on such a rainy day. Eliza first mistakes Professor Higgins as a policeman and then is ridiculed by him for her Cockney accent. As upset as Eliza is, she still takes Professor Higgins' words seriously when he boasts to Colonel Pickering that if he were to start teaching her proper English, he could pass her off as a duchess at an embassy ball in just 6 months. Eliza has her own dreams for a better life and would like to work in a flower shop, but that would require her to speak in a more genteel manner.
All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely?
Subsequently, the next morning, Eliza shows up at Mr. Higgins' home with her own hard-earned money, offering to pay for his lessons.
Now you know, don't you? I'm come to have lessons, I am, and to pay for 'em too, make no mistake.
Well,
She is brusquely dismissed as he returns to having a fun discussion on vowel sounds with Colonel Pickering. Impressed by Eliza's courage and innocence, Colonel Pickering reminds the professor what he had said yesterday. He convinces him it would be an interesting challenge to change the young girl from a draggle-tailed guttersnipe into a beautiful lady through language education.
What about your boast that you could pass her off as a duchess at the embassy ball, eh? I'll say you're the greatest teacher alive if you can make that good. I'll bet you all the expenses of the experiment that you can't do it.
Oh, you're real good. Thank you, Captain.
You know, it's almost irresistible. She's so deliciously low, so horribly dirty.
Now, Professor Higgins is very much intrigued and starts immediately by asking his housekeeper, Mrs. Pierce, to clean Eliza up.
Eliza, you are to stay here for the next 6 months, learning how to speak beautifully, like a lady in a forest shop.
Vegan, because we love humans and animal people.
Graceful viewers, let's pause to enjoy the beautiful melodies of nature. We'll be right back to see how Eliza's training goes here on Supreme Master Television.
I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night.
Your eyes are red.
And still
Now say good night.
have
Please turn out the light.
begged for
Please, it's really time for you to be in bed.
I could have spread
come along.
my wings
As you're
and
told,
done a
or Mrs. Pierce
thousand things
is apt to scold.
I've
You're up too late.
never
Please, as sure as fate,
done
please, you catch a cold.
before.
Welcome back to an enchanting classic, My Fair Lady.
Exciting.
Eliza's training turns out to be difficult and extremely exhausting for all of them, Professor Higgins, Eliza, and even Colonel Pickering.
Now, repeat that after me. In Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happen.
In Hartford, Hereford, and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happen.
Oh, no, no, no. Again, Eliza. How kind of you to let me come.
How kind of you to let me come.
No, kind of you, kind of you, kind. How kind of you to let me come.
How kind of you to let me
No,
come.
no, kind.
Just as they are ready to give up, Professor Higgins gives it one last try without any harsh words or teaching techniques to encourage Eliza by showing her the beauty within words.
The majesty and grandeur of the English language is the greatest possession we have. The noblest thoughts that ever flowed through the hearts of men are contained in its extraordinary, imaginative, and musical mixtures of sounds. And that's what you've set yourself out to conquer, Eliza. And conquer it you will.
Eliza has a breakthrough, and the three are so thrilled they can't help dancing to celebrate.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
Again.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
By George, he's got it. By George, he's got it. Now once again, where does it rain?
On the plain, on the plain.
And where's that soggy plain?
In Spain, in Spain.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. Bravo!
Eliza still has so much to learn in a very short time. She makes her first public appearance. Professor Higgins now has full confidence in Eliza and takes her to the embassy ball. Her beauty, elegance, and charm immediately attract attention, including the interest of the Queen of Transylvania. She dances with the Prince of Transylvania, and there is gossip of her being a royal Hungarian princess. Colonel Pickering and Professor Higgins congratulate each other for this successful outcome, but completely neglect Eliza and all the hard work she has put in over the past 6 months. Eliza is sad, hurt, and even angry. After she comes back from the ball, she doesn't wait until the next morning to leave Professor Higgins home. But where does she go? Will she join Freddie Ernsford Hill, a young aristocrat who has fallen in love with her? Or will Eliza go back to being a flower girl? Can she ever realize her dreams? As the characters learn and grow, viewers are also reminded that what truly matters is not on the outside, but on the inside. Fabulously stylish and immaculately cast, this humorous 1964 musical film was directed by the award-winning George Cukor. My Fair Lady was adapted from the stage play of the same name by Alan J. Lerner, with brilliant music by Frederick Lowe, based on the acclaimed Irish playwright and vegetarian George Bernard Shaw's 1913 play Pygmalion. My Fair Lady won multiple awards, including 8 Oscars, 3 Golden Globe Awards, and the BAFTA Award for Best Film from Any Source, among numerous others. In 2018, the film was selected by the US Library of Congress for preservation in the National Film Registry for being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. We thank the talented cast and crew behind this heartwarming movie and pray that the arts continue to uplift spirits for a more vibrant world.
Vegan, the earth is thanking you for her wellness.
Elegant viewers, thank you for your devoted company. Coming up next is What Do Dreams Reveal About Your Health? Right after noteworthy news here on Supreme Master Television. With God's grace, may our world be blessed with harmony, friendship, and love among all beings.
Russia, go home now.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/CS.